Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, King Sinbad. But as always, guys, you guys can call me Sin. Okay, guys, so last part where we left off, we just finished off at the prelims of the chunin exams, and now we are getting into the 1-month training arc. Okay. But without further ado, let's hop right into part 5 to what if Naruto was the son of Itachi Uchiha? Okay, so it'll start off with now that they've all finished their matches. This is where Itachi would give a speech. He says, "You've all done admirably. You've all have performed admirably, and you've all tried your hardest. To those of you who have lost, you've done a good job. But to those of you who have won your fights, you'll be moving on to the finals. There, we will decide whether you are truly worthy of becoming chunin. Y'all are gonna have 1 month to train. Actually, you know what? No, I'm actually going to extend it to 2 months. So, this is when Itachi says, we're going to give you 2 whole months to prepare, train, and fight. And to prepare and train and come up with new moves because now that this will give you plenty of time to develop new moves, new strategies, so that way nobody can say they have one over the other. Hold on, guys, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so anyway, Itachi says, y'all have 2 months to get completely prepared and come up with new moves and develop your skills. He said, after the 2 months are up, we'll meet at the chunin exam final stage Coliseum. And he said, other than that, you are all dismissed. Now, of course, this is when everybody would begin to disperse and begin to, separate, and some would stay and talk about what they're going to do. Now, Naruto knows that he's not going to have anybody to train with. So, to most people, they would see this as a disadvantage. But for Naruto, it's actually a pretty big advantage, considering he can go out all he wants. Having said that, Naruto, hold on, guys, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. So anyway, Naruto, as he's walking out of the Forest of Death, Sasuke, Hitomi, Mito, Inori, and Mema, and Kushina, and Shisui, and Itachi, they all, meet up with Naruto, and they ask, so Naruto, have you found someone to train you for your 2 months of training? And Naruto said, I guess in a way, yeah. And Itachi says, so, who's training you? And Naruto says, that's kind of a secret. And Itachi says, well, just be sure that you get some rest while you're... Don't spend all your time training. Make sure you get proper rest. Naruto says, yeah, I know. Anyway, Naruto, he's heading back. Naruto said, he says, he says, well, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go pack my stuff. And Kuchina says, so, is there anything you need me to pack up for you? And Naruto says, nah, I should be good. There should be wild animals for me to eat, so yeah, I should be okay. And Kuchina says, well, okay, be safe. Anyway, Naruto would use the flying Rajin to teleport back to the Uchiha, back to his house. And then, of course, he starts packing up for his 2-month training trip. And Naruto says, well, he starts thinking to himself, and Kurama says,
hey, Naruto. So, what are you going to do for your 2-month training trip?
And Naruto says, well, you'll find out when we get there. And Kurama says,
what are you talking about?
And Naruto says, alright, so, you know I made a contract with the crows, right? And Kurama says,
yeah, how could I forget?
And Naruto says, well, you see, that's where I'm actually going to go train. I'm going to go train in the land of the crows. And this is where Kurama says,
well, do you even know where the land of the crows are?
And Naruto says, yeah, I do, actually. And Kurama says,
where?
And Naruto says, Mount Tengu. And Kurama says,
do you know where that's at?
And Naruto says, no, but the crows do. And that's where I'm going to spend my entire time training. And Kurama says,
fine, whatever.
And anyway, this is when Naruto would say, alright, summoning jutsu. And of course, Naruto summons a crow, and the crow says, Naruto-sama, how can I help you today? And Naruto says, take me to Mount Tengu. And the crow says, so you finally want to come see the mountain, huh? And Naruto says, yeah, I have to prepare for 2 months before the chunin exam finals. And the crow says, just like your father, I see. Well, let's go. And he says, oh yeah, you might want to hold on to me. And Naruto says, okay. And the crow says, reverse summoning. And of course, him and Naruto poof away, and they poof on Mount Tengu. Now, Naruto says, so, this is Mount Tengu. Wow, it's actually quite surprising. And the crow says, what, you thought there'd be dead bodies hanging from trees and us feasting on their corpse? Naruto says, something like that. And the crow says, so, what do you think? It's pretty nice, actually. And, hey, why is it night already? And this is when the crow says, well, you see, here on Mount Tengu, it's always night. So, yeah, it's kind of like, you could say it's from the Master Crow himself. The Master Crow? What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, we forgot to tell you. The name of the Master Crow? It's Tengu. Tengu. Wait, you mean the Tengu? And the crow says, yep, that Tengu. Oh. So what you're saying is, yes, he's the one who owns this, and this is his domain. So he basically controls what goes on here, and this is when the crow says, so, do you think you want to learn the crow sage mode? The what? Well, it's more better if I take you to the head boss. And Naruto says, alright, lead the way. And anyway, this is when he and Naruto would go to Tengu. And Tengu says, Naruto boy, finally took you long enough. I thought you weren't going to come see us. Your father's never been here before, surprisingly, considering he has had the contract with us the longest. Naruto says, yeah, my dad doesn't really have that much time to come down here and just, well, come down here, so. And this is when Tengu says, well, so you have come here to train for 2 whole months to prepare for the chunin exam finals, am I correct? And Naruto would say, yeah, that's it. And Tengu says, perfect. Here, you'll train, you'll learn the way of the crow, and you'll learn crow sage mode. And Naruto says, yeah, about that, what is crow sage mode? Well, due to, well, most people's knowledge, most people think that the snakes, toads, and the slugs, they think that they have the strongest sage mode. Oh, no. See, that is just simply not true. For you see, the crow sage mode is very powerful. Naruto says, so what does it do? And Tengu says, don't worry, Naruto boy. You will figure it out soon enough. I will teach it to you on your last month. Naruto says, so how long will it take to master it? That whole entire month, basically. But here, it will give you, you're going to spend your first month training with your Mangekyo Sharingan, developing your abilities. More importantly, developing the third power of the Mangekyo Sharingan. And Naruto says, oh, you mean that? And Tengu says, yes, that. Since you implanted Hashirama Senju cells into your eyes, that means you can no longer progress towards blindness. So, that's good for you. And you don't have to worry about stealing any of your siblings' eyes or anything like that. Naruto says, yeah, that's the whole reason why I implanted Hashirama Senju cells inside of my eyes. So I didn't have to worry about going blind, or overusing it and progressing towards darkness and going blind, or anybody else going blind because of Mangekyo Sharingan. And Tengu says, yes, that was very smart of you. Most people wouldn't even thought about that. But anyway, Remember, you'll spend your first entire month mastering your Mangekyo Sharingan and bringing it to its full mature potential, and well, basically just getting it to its full power. Don't worry. When you train with crows, we'll bring out your full potential. However, it will be strict, and it will be hard, and it will not be easy. So tell me, are you ready? Naruto says, yeah. And he says, wait, actually, what about Kurama? Ah, you mean the Nine Tails. Yes, Kurama. We will teach you how to tap into his power. After all, you are the child of prophecy. And Naruto says, what? Don't worry. We'll go into deeper explanation later on. But for right now, you need to hurry up and change your clothes. Naruto says, change into what? And this is when they would hand him a new set of clothes. And this is basically what his new set of clothes will be. And basically, Naruto says, so, what's so special about these clothings? And Tengu says, well, I'll tell you what, why don't you try it out, and then you'll find out what's so special about them. And of course, Naruto just does what he's told. And then, a minute later, Naruto's just like, so heavy. Yep, they are weighted clothing. And Naruto says, how much do these clothes weigh? And Tengu says, about 500 pounds. God, it's surprising that I can even move on them. Well, your body will adjust to it. The more you train in it, the less you'll even seem to notice that they're even there. And every day, once you get used to it, we'll up the poundage by another 500. And Naruto says, this is going to be a grueling 2 months. And Tengu says, that's the whole point. And then this is when Tengu says, alright, now activate your Mangekyo Sharingan and let's begin. And Naruto would activate the Mangekyo Sharingan in both of his eyes. And Tengu says, so, you've unlocked all 3 powers, am I correct? And Naruto would say, yeah, basically. Meanwhile, Tengu says, alright, show me what you got. And Naruto says, alright, let's do this. Meanwhile, cutting back to the Hidden Leaf, a crow poofs into Itachi's office. And Itachi says, oh, it's for Naruto. And it's a letter saying, and it's for Itachi, and it says, Dear Dad, I'm going to be here at Mount Tengu, so this is where I'm going to be training for my 2 whole months. So don't worry about it. The crows are going to take very good care of me. And tell Mom she doesn't have to worry about it either. So don't worry, I'll make it to the finals. I already put a marker at the chunin exams before I even left, so nothing for you to worry about. And this is when Itachi says, well, he's in good hands. Though, I wouldn't be surprised if he's deadbeat tired by the time he gets back. Anyway, switching to Sasuke. And Fugaku says, "Excellent, son. Soon enough, your Sharingan will be at its full development stage." Now, I can't remember if I gave Sasuke a fully developed Sharingan, but just in case I didn't, let's just say he's getting close to it. This is when Sasuke says, "Hey, Dad, tell me, when am I gonna get, and Fugaku says, "What?" The Mangekyo. And this is when Fugaku says, "Sasuke, for the final time, you do not need the Mangekyo." And Sasuke says, "But it's not fair. Naruto, he's already got his Mangekyo Sharingan." And Fugaku says, "Sasuke, not by of his own free choice." It's not like exactly he wanted it to happen. What happened to him was tragic, and I hope that you don't have to go through that same tragedy. If it was, honestly, to be completely honest, I would be surprised if Naruto didn't lash out in anger on that day. Anyway, this is when Sasuke says, "Dad, can you at least just tell me how to do it, please? If you tell me, I won't ask ever again." And Fugaku says, "Well, sooner or later you are gonna find out about this, so might as well just tell you. You see, Sasuke, the reason why Naruto and Itachi and Shisui and I, the reason why we have our Mangekyo Sharingans is not through hard work and training, but by seeing your best friend die in front of you. That will unlock your Mangekyo Sharingan. In exchange for more power, you have to give up something precious." And Sasuke says, "Wait, so that's how you unlock the Mangekyo?" Can't believe Naruto had to go through something like that. And this is when Fugaku says, "Yes. No fate should have ever been inflicted. No child should ever have to suffer such a fate at that age. But Naruto is a different kind of child. He can handle things that nobody else can handle." Meanwhile, cutting back to Naruto. Naruto kind of sneezes because Naruto says, "Huh." He goes, He says, "Man, I feel like someone just said my name." And this is when Naruto says, "Alright, let's do this." And Yata Garasu, that's the crow that's training him, says, "You're doing better." Naruto says, "It's only been 10 hours. How can you say I'm doing better?" Well, you see, when you're here on Mount Tengu, everything is improved, including you. The moment you entered, I guess you could say Mount Tengu's the ideal place to train. And since you're also using multi-shadow clones, which you already know the secret behind multi-shadow clones. You're actually doing a whole lot better than we initially thought you were. And since Mount Tengu is a very high good source of nature energy, it's naturally replenishing your body's energy. So, Naruto just says, so, it's nature energy that's replenishing me? Well, and this is when Yatagarasu would say, well, yes and no. For you see, nature energy is more like, how should I say it? Think of nature energy as... Okay, yeah, there's no clear way for me to describe this without confusing you. Basically, think of nature energy as a third source of power that you can tap into. However, there's only two conditions that you have to meet in order to, well, tap into this third power. One, you have to have large chakra reserves in order to access nature energy. Two, you have to know Sage Mode, which you complete the first one, you have large chakra reserves, so you're good on that part. But the second one, you don't know how to. That's why on the second month, you're going to learn how to learn, well, Sage Mode. So, I hope you're ready. And Naruto says, yeah, let's do this. And Yatagarasu says, alright, hands up. But I'm going to leave it right off here, guys. So, if you guys enjoyed this part, let me know. Leave a thumbs up, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you guys thought about this video. And I will see you in part 6 of What If Naruto was the son of Itachi Uchiha. But without further ado, guys, it's been your boy King Sinbad. But as always, guys, you guys can call me Sin. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the Kingdom of Syndria. But without further ado, guys, see you guys later. Peace out. And yeah!